Hi Sagittarius, how are we? You guys are my sign of the week. I had a lot of views on the Sagittarius video last week, so thank you. Um, and obviously, make sure you guys leave a comment on one of the videos and subscribe to the channel so that you can all be in the running for a free personal read. When I do hit my first 100 subscribers, I will be giving a free personal to somebody who's commented. So make sure you get in on that. But today we're using the Paper Oracle Lenormand deck. I do have also the Reynas do Fogo deck, which is the Fire Queen's deck. And I do have the Oracle cards here with me as well. But just sort of wanting to have a look at what's going on for the single Sagittarius at the moment. So not wanting to get stuck too deeply into the past there, but sort of seeing what comes out for you guys, and hopefully we can get some lovely future energy for you guys as well. But firstly, what is going on at the moment in Sagittarius energy when it comes to love and romance? And just a general past, present, future for Saggies, please. Okay, in your energy today, we have the stork and the feminine there as well. So obviously when we're seeing one of the feminine, like the feminine card there, not necessarily a female, although you could be. This is your energy we're looking at, but it's probably talking quite a lot about, looking at the feminine aspects within yourself, and sort of standing in the power of those at the moment for you guys. That's sort of really going to help your energy at the moment when it does come to love, sort of embracing those feminine qualities that you have or want to grow on as well. But then with the stork there, the stork really does talk about things, in the beginning stages. So, it's like talks about the infancy of things and new things coming on in. So with the stork, we really do see things stirring up for you at the moment, especially when it comes to those feminine energies. So, if you've got some new, more feminine qualities within yourself, sort of stirring those up a little bit, and it's going to really snowball into some awesome new things for you guys. So that's actually a really wonderful energy to be in at the moment. As we know, the stork is, they bring the babies on in or whatever. So if you are someone who is able or whatever to get pregnant, just a bit of a note for you there that that there is a chance that that's sitting in your energy at the moment. So you if you're not wanting that, maybe make sure we're careful at the moment. But yeah, it's really talking about stirring the new things up for you in your energy at the moment, and I'm really feeling that it's connected strongly to that feminine as well. So if there's some feminine aspects to yourself that you haven't sort of stopped and embraced and enjoyed for a while, now's probably a really good time to sort of get back into that feminine energy just a little bit, and it will really help, bring the new things in. Okay, but when it comes to the general past, present, and future for you there, in the past we do see the wheel, which the wheel is actually unique to this particular deck. I do have a few cards in this deck that are only in this deck. The wheel is one of those. So the wheel really does talk about cycles of, the cycles of life, and that little red string of destiny, and sort of it's got that real quality to it where it's like you keep pulling the string and unraveling things, and there's still more string. The string never sort of ends. You can keep unraveling more and more and more the more that you pull at the thread. But so it really is connected to destiny, and that sort of like infinity cycle of things. So we'll have a look and see what that's actually about there. But I'm feeling that, yeah, that really is connected to unraveling things in the past for you guys at the moment. We'll have a look there. So clarity for the wheel for Sagittarius, please. Okay, yes. So definitely, the more that you think about things, the more it's unraveling because the clouds do talk quite a lot about your thoughts and, making sure we're keeping our thoughts positive rather than getting trapped in the negative. So, every cloud has a silver lining, that type of a vibe. They can also talk a little bit about making sure we're following our intuition rather than getting stuck in our thoughts about things as well. So I'm feeling that with the wheel there, it is kind of telling you, follow your intuition more rather than letting these things go around and around and around and around and around in your head. Stop unraveling, stop unraveling that thread there, and just let yourself sit with things how they are or how they have been, in the past. Because we are definitely talking about a previous sort of love connection for you there. And we do have the birds there as well. So that does have a little bit of a communication linkage with that one. That one really talks to me of phone calls quite a lot. So you might have quite a fair bit of thoughts on your mind, wanting to talk things through with this past person. It does also have a little sense of grief or loss in the past. So we're talking about loss that's a bit further away from you. So it might have been things that happened quite a while ago, and they're still sort of playing on your mind quite a bit when it does come to how you give love and receive love. But the love is quite a good energy. So it's just kind of telling you as well, I think, sit and talk to yourself more about why we are going through these same thoughts over and over and over again. And love yourself and just accept that, look, this is how I think, this is I've been overthinking this or whatever, but do you know what? That's okay. And really focusing on, bringing some loving energy into your thoughts rather than getting stuck on any past grievances. Is that the word? But yeah, so really, giving yourself that love and putting that into your thoughts a lot more when it does come to things that are in your past, especially when it comes to past connections. Really putting that love back into your thoughts when it comes to that stuff. Now, in the present, we are seeing the familiar. So the familiar is traditionally the dog energy. So that does talk quite a lot about, friendships and loyalties and compassion. So once again, I feel like that might be talking about, having that compassion and loyalty to yourself. But there's also that side note that, instead of letting your thoughts go around and around, um, talking things through with a friend, someone who is familiar to you. And, this is my, it's quite a witchy deck, this one. So we will see a couple of imagery things that are sort of, really have that connection with that deeper magic of life as well. So you might even have a pet. So instead of talking to yourself, talk it out through with your pet. They can't argue with you or whatever. So that might be really useful, just to verbalize things a little bit. I feel, and start to rely on the support of the strong friendships in your life, but also having that friendship and compassion and loyalty to yourself as well. But then in the future, we are seeing the key. Okay, so the key is one of the really positive cards in the Lenormand, and it does talk about unlocking success. So it's definitely talking about successful connections in the future. And now with the stork in your energy there, that really is new doors opening up for you as well. So like I said, with that stork, get stirring things up for yourself, and you really will start to see doors opening for you when it does come to love. So there may be some new opportunities on the horizon, but we shall see. I'll clarify the key for you guys there. So the key for Sagittarius, please. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like that could be a new connection because we are seeing the child there. Once again, with the stork, we're getting that nest sort of imagery coming through. The stork does sort of talk about stirring the nest, and then we're seeing the nest here, which is something in its infancy stage. You know, new beginnings. Once again, the that childlike stage of things occurring. So everything sort of has its timeline of growth. And so right now we're looking at the beginning of something, the immature stage of something. So, we might have just unlocked some opportunities that are quite successful opportunities, but we're still in the beginning stage of that, and, needing to sort of wait until all our eggs hatch before we, work out exactly what we've got there, So it really is talking about that child stage of when it does come to a connection. It's like the beginning stages of that connection coming on through there. And like I said, this is for the near future. So you may not have seen this happening just as of yet. You may not have had those doors unlocking just quite yet. You may have, of course, as well, but um, I feel like this is going to be a little bit dependent on how we go, getting out of our thoughts, trying to get out of our thoughts a little bit and stir things up for ourselves in our life rather than in our thoughts. Taking those small little steps to unlock those doors for yourself. We also are seeing the hourglass and the snake card there as well. So whoever this person is, we are seeing a high level of like physical connection with this person. With the snake there, it does sort of really talk about physical intimacy and temptation and desire and ambitions. So definitely, I'm definitely feeling that that's it can have a few other meanings, the snake card, but when it does come to love, it's pretty on point with just the physical side of things, and that sexual connection. So there's definitely something coming on in with you, having that connection. Just feels like it's just it might take a little while to get off the ground though. With this hourglass, this is the divine timing card of the deck. It is once again another unique card to this deck, and it is divine timing basically. So it does talk about just letting the sands of time take control, and not forcing things to grow at a set pattern or rate, but just sort of letting the sand fall as it will, seeing how things progress in their own time. So it's really universe wanting to sort of remind you there that let things go the way that they will go. If it's meant for you, it will stay. If it's not, it will go. But really trusting in the universe with the hourglass there, having that trust that things will happen in their own timeline. We can't necessarily force things to happen the exact way that we would like them to, but and especially when it comes to timing, sometimes things do take a little bit longer than we were hoping to get out of that infancy and grow more. So we could be looking at the early stages of a connection, and just taking just a little bit of time to get to sort of where you actually, for these eggs to hatch, sort of thing. It might take a little bit longer than what you're sort of wanting it to, but the opportunity for success is definitely there. But I will sort of grab you some cards from this other deck and see what they have to say. So for Saggy, what would you like to tell us for Saggy and love connections, please? Okay, well, just supporting what I've just said there, we have the cross and the key once again. So you can see that the key in this particular deck got that fire coming on through with it as well. So lots of desire and ambition and passion coming on through with that success as well. Those unlocking doors are unlocking some desires within you by the feel of that. But with the cross there as well, that's once again reiterating that universe wants you to have faith. Okay, sometimes that can talk about maybe there will be a strong spiritual connection between you and this person as well. But you know, universe is kind of just sort of saying, just have faith at the moment. Whatever it is that you believe in, you may not believe in this cross imagery in particular, but it really does talk about having faith. You know, and you know, just that, what can I say? That's exactly that. None of the other there are a few other, as with all the Lenormand cards, there are quite a few different interpretations, but I can't even get them out. Like, I couldn't even get them out because I just feel that they're just totally not relevant. That literally is just saying, have faith, success is coming. It's like, it's so close. Like, you've gotten the key twice, so the success is definitely coming. It's just a matter of, you know, having faith. What can I say? There's not much more I can really sort of tell you about that. But with the, I'll grab an oracle for you guys as well and see what that has to say for us. See if we can get anything different or if we're just going to be reiterating the same stories. Okay, Sagittarius, when it comes to love connections, please. Okay, so we have the palm tree for you there. So, you know, maybe just getting an extra layer of insight into what sort of doors will be unlocking for us and successful for us. We do have the palm tree, which does talk about stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So I feel that when it says endurance, once again, that's the having faith element, you know, that having that flexibility to take things as they come, go with the flow, that kind of a vibe, have faith that it's going to work out how it's supposed to work out. But it is looking like it does have quite a lot of potential for permanence and growth together. So that's definitely an interesting looking connection headed your way there, Saggy. So let me know, you know, how that all goes for you guys. And like I said, if that didn't resonate, make sure to, you know, check your other placements or whatnot. Flip it if you need to as well. But yeah, hopefully I can hear some of the goss from you guys and let me know when that all happens for you, because that sounds really good. Love it. Love it. But I hope to see you all again, Sagittarius, and have a great day, evening.